All right. So I got an interesting topic today. Um, and don't read anything into this. It's a topic about the direction of our country and changing generations and things like that. I mean, it's not meant to come out and try to say this is the way it should be or anything like that. I'm basically just I was talking to some folks and I've always kind of thought this way anyway. But I want some input on how other people think. So I was talking to them about it, and so this is what I'm saying. Why do so many people in the world feel it is their responsibility to critique other people, what they do, worry about what other people does? Um, I mean, I just don't get it. And when you really think about it, that we're we actually lock people up in jail for this stuff. It's an archaic. There's some archaic stuff going on here. Like medieval time shit. What? Why shouldn't I have the right to smoke a joint if I want to, or do any drug for that matter? Uh, I think we have too many laws in the United States. That's my personal opinion. I'm not trying to say that should be your opinion. That's part of what I'm saying. That's part of the problem. It's because so many people have judgments on this. People are so judgmental, and it's just not. It makes no sense to me. If you if you get caught smoking a joint, or if you get caught snorting cocaine, uh, doing acid, whatever it is, you're gonna go to court, and you're probably gonna get some jail time, or pay a hefty fine, or be on probation, or whatever, because somebody else is telling you what you should be able to do and not do in your own house or your own car, wherever you are. That's your life. Okay. Now, the argument that I get a lot of times is people will say, well, because you can get, you know, screwed up, drunk, or high, or whatever it is, and harm somebody else in the public. Okay, well, at that point, I think that needs to be a law. If you do that, then you're in trouble. But I mean, people harm other people without being under the influence of any substances anyway. Okay. A matter of fact, it may lessen that. There may be less if more people are smoking weed. There may be less assaults and things like that. I don't know, but and I'm just not talking about drugs. I mean, I'm talking about overall. I mean, it's just crazy with laws, and I think it's crazy that we uh, take somebody and say you're going to be a lawmaker and you're going to enforce the laws and you're going to do that. Why? Why? Why do it? You cannot trust people. We talk about this voting. You can. It don't matter what. If you put people in a role of authority over other people, they're going to abuse it eventually. They're not going to be forthcoming. They're not going to be totally transparent. There's going to be sneaky shit going on in the background, and innocent people are going to get fucked with. Uh, there is just no way anybody would ever get me able to see how it's right for somebody I don't even know to judge me over some stupid, minuscule, you know, thing. Um, and this is good. Is it going to harm my health? Let me tell you this: hamburgers from McDonald's, they're going to harm you a lot more than goddamn joint will. Uh, giant 44-ounce big gulps and things like that. That'll harm you a lot more than drugs will. But these hypocrites, these whether it be a judge or a district attorney or a cop, that's part of this. I will see them fat sons of bitches, down at you know, the store, down at the store, at the donut shop or whatever, man, plowing shit into their mouth. Probably got high blood pressure and everything else, and we're paying for that shit. because our tax money, we got to put these people in these positions. Um, if and I'm in good shape, okay, I still box, I still work out, and so and I'm 56 years old. Um, and doing drugs and shit, if I were to, ain't gonna mess up my being in shape, okay? Because I'm gonna make sure I stay in shape, and it's just the way it is, you know. Now the other thing, people put religion on whatever religion they are. Uh, God wants us to do this, that, or the other thing, and again, how do they know that? You know, um, so think about that. And and that doing harm to people and harm to self. I mean, that's already taken care of, man. There's wars all over. I mean, our country, for good reasons or bad reasons, whatever your view is. Again, I don't judge anybody and keep to myself, and and then when you piss me off, I deal with you like by gossiping about me or whatever. But other than that, I don't talk about people. Okay, I have opinions, my own personal opinions on things, but I usually don't voice those to people, because really there's no reason to, because it is their right to function as a citizen of the United States as they see how, as they see fit, you know. And if they want to smoke a joint, let them smoke a joint. If they want to, run down the street naked, or I don't want to say naked, but I can see that. But, I agree. I don't think there should be no laws. That's not what I'm trying to say. I just think we have too many fucking laws. That's what I'm saying. Too many. Um, and maybe if we didn't try to, put people in jail, put people in jail, put people in jail. Man, if we do that shit run its course, if they think this is a big deadly thing, it's going to take care of itself. Um, but and again, not drugs. What gives somebody the power to judge? To make rulings on other people who are stupid little shit. I think we should have maybe 100 laws, and that's it. Speeding, this, that, murder, of course, murder and rape and all that shit. Uh, but some of the laws are just damn stupid and archaic. Um, Next thing, I found some pretty cool rocks and stones this week, digging out in the property, walking around. We had a big rainstorm, so uh, washed a bunch of stuff up, and they're pretty cool, man. And I posted them on my Facebook page, uh, Tom Who's Me, and check them out. They're pretty neat. If anybody knows anything about them, or let me know. I like rocks and stones and gems and minerals, things like that. Uh, um, Other than that, I don't have a lot to say, and I appreciate your time. But I want to that think about what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm getting my point across, but it just doesn't make sense. Now, maybe because I'm a leader in what I do, in my day-to-day stuff, and I've always been a leader at work. I don't need a whole lot of leadership. Now, I do understand there's other people that need leadership. I get it. You want a leader? Call me and I'll help you out. I'll tell you what you need to do. You don't need no damn tax collect. Some dude that's being paid by our taxes to tell you what to do. You know. Um,